Since the Garden of Eden, people realized they needed more than their own hair and skin to protect them from unfriendly weathers and to cover their nakedness. They scouted around to see what was available. Those who lived in cold climates and saw animals with skins that kept them warm hunted these animals for food and used the fur of the slain to cover their bodies. Ancient people used grasses, reeds, leaves and stems purely of the vegetable origin to cover their bodies. Research has shown that fig leaves were used to cover human nakedness. Later, he also learned to spin the fiber, convert it to yarn, and these yarns are interlaced to form cloth. Flax and wool were the first of the fiber to be used because they were easier to twist into yarn than cotton. They also used the hair of animals as beds. In due course, these hair tangled with each other and formed fabric. After thousands of years of wandering, people learned that they can live in one place with other humans and grow what they needed. People learned how to raise certain animals for the meat and use the skins for clothing. They learned to grow certain plants for food. People no longer had to spend all their time hunting and farming. When population began to explode, more people needed to be clothed. Majority of the earlier clothing were manually sewn with thread and needle, and few people were engaged in the art, as most human beings then were farmers. The need to learn the art of sewing brought about quest for knowledge, new knowledge of sewing, hence the emergence of informal training called apprenticeship. Late Tiamiyu Ayinde Taiwo learned and became a master tailor and trained many apprentices, one of whom was the young Wessy, who learned sewing native dresses from his dad and later trained at the London School of Fashion. The young Wessy, as one of his children, picked interest in the tailoring business, which he combined with his elementary education. After the school hours, the young Wessy was learning the tailoring from his father without knowing that he would become successful and famous through the art.
I learned the job from my father because each time I came back from school, I always look at him sewing on the machine, the local one. I fell in love. It appeared to me like a magic. One day, when he cut the fabrics into pieces and put it together and give it to me, I said, "Dash." I said, "Thank you, sir." Since then, I started looking at it. This job is beautiful.
The young Wessy learned the job from his father in Ilaro, his hometown, and after graduation, he left Ilaro for Ibadan.
But when you get to a level that I need to move on with the job, so I left him to Ibadan. From Ibadan to Lagos, Lagos to London, come back to Ibadan, then Abeokuta.
Otumba Wessy Jayeola Taiwo is a family man and an entrepreneur who raised the bar of tailoring from where his father hung it. And this was done with the establishment of Wessy Creations Limited. The proceeds from Wessy Creations were invested in different businesses, which includes Continental Suites Limited, a hotel of unparalleled standard, Chicken Continental, a fast-growing eatery and fast food concern. Not satisfied with the rate of unemployment in the country as a Nigerian, coupled with the fact that he is the current national president, Nigeria Union of Tailors (NUT), he thought of how he could contribute to the GDP. Hence, Wessy Tailoring and Vocational Institute was born.
We discover now that white-collar job is no longer in vogue. It's what you can do with your hand and your sense that brings money for you now. So, and if you look around us in this country, we have so many, idle hands, jobless, graduates. 10 years after their graduates, they are still looking for job. And in a situation where you are turning out graduates on a yearly basis, and the companies are folding now, how do you meet? That's a serious crisis. So that's why in this industry, I just felt we have to do this.
Wessy Tailoring and Vocational Institute is the largest in Nigeria, and it has capacity to train 500 students at a go, and it can produce 2,000 t-shirts in a day. This is in compliance with the international standard of the production line assembled there. At the institute, there are 52 different machines ranging from elastic machines, overlock machines, single needle machines and others.
And that is the area where most of our people that are looking for a job can come in, receive training, and they'll be useful to themselves, useful to their family, and to the society. Like what you're having now, whereby a whole lot of people are saying that there is no job. If you come here, I can assure you that within a month or two, knowledge will be imparted to you, and from there it'll be useful to yourself, like as I've said earlier on, and to the society.
To have reasonable market share in the international market, which it positions itself to patronize, it has various departments, starting from design to delivery departments.
The market is in US, so we start with America, then we go orders for Europe.
All products from Wessy Tailoring and Vocational Institute are for international markets, as it does not compromise on quality control in order to meet up with the standard. With the establishment of Wessy Tailoring and Vocational Institute, job opportunities are available for the teeming youth who want to have vocation in tailoring. Wessy Tailoring and Vocational Institute is located opposite Ogun State House of Assembly, Okemoson, Abeokuta.